Hi everyone, and welcome back to PartyCat Plays. Looks like Prey is going to be a no-go, so I need to pick a different game. I literally cannot get past that first Typhon thing. So every time I start attacking it, the game freezes. I tried to skip past it and get on ahead, but apparently every single time I encounter one of those guys, same thing happens. So, looks like Prey is out the window for now. I reinstalled the game, I reinstalled Steam, chose different versions of the Proton API. None of it worked. So, it looks like I'm going to have to wait until I have a Windows key again to continue Prey. Which means I need to pick a different game, preferably one that's more Linux friendly. And you just heard my partner sneeze in the background there. But yeah, so preferably I'm gonna need to play a more Linux friendly title. So I'm gonna be looking for one now, and then I will get that started. Alright, and we're back. So, slightly more friendly Linux title, actually has a native version. It's called A Story About My Uncle. It was a freebie that Steam was giving away a little bit ago, and it looked really interesting. So I'm going to start a new game here. Now I have previously played through a little bit of this, but my save is gone because it was from another machine. So there's a few things I already know about, but I wasn't that far in, so away we go.
Dad?
Aren't you sleeping yet? It's time for bed, honey.
Dad, I can't sleep. Can you tell me a bedtime story?
All right. What do you want to hear?
Something about an adventure.
I think I know just the thing. When I was your age, my biggest dream was to follow my Uncle Fred on one of his adventures around the world. One day, he disappeared. I stepped into the lobby of my uncle's house. It lay just across the hill from where I lived with my mother, your grandmother. She had tried to keep me from going, but I wanted to see if Fred was home yet from his latest adventure.
Fred appears to be a bit of a slob. I mean, seriously. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't notice that before, so there's a YouTube address in here. I'm gonna have to check that out later. And, if it's interesting, I'll tack it in here. There's another one. Okay. I wonder if there's any more of these. Okay, let me make sure I get a really good look at that one. Okay. Turn valve. Anybody else think that looks like the Steam logo? That's kind of hilarious. Interesting little equation there. Any mathematicians in the audience want to tackle that one? Let's see what else we got here. Or that one. New species of bacteria. Interesting. Is this going to turn into a horror title? Daddy's helmet. Big Daddy's helmet?
My uncle used to send me postcards from his long journeys. Greetings from Nepal, Galapagos, Kilimanjaro, the Amazon River. This was the first time he had left without a word, without sending cards.
Interesting. That looks like the same address. For extraordinary expertise in quantum physics. Okay. Interesting. Are those... Is it just me, or does that look like a chip in a vacuum tube? Like an electronics board in a vacuum tube. Weird. Okay. I didn't really take my time and look around this time. I have visited Uncle Fred's house countless of times, but in the locker, which usually was closed, I found something I hadn't seen before. It was an adventure suit. It resembled the one that Fred used, but smaller in size. Curiosity got the better of me, and I tried it on. It fit like it had been custom made for me. It's an interesting looking glove. Okay.
The most mysterious room of my uncle's house was the observatory. There he kept his newest experiments, and right now it held a pad used for disposing of garbage. Uncle Fred had warned me not to touch any of his things. But, as I said, I was a curious child.
Welcome to Fred OS version 0.03. Okay. Finding target. Okay, I am not moving onto the pad, it pulled me. So... apparently I'm floating now. A story about my uncle. Alright, let's check this out.
I landed with a crash, but thanks to the suit I wasn't hurt. I had no idea where the pad had taken me, but back then I didn't care so much about where I was going or how I would get home.
An alarm clock with no apparent power source, just chilling. Huh.
The suit protected me from falls on the ground, but not in water. I couldn't swim with this thing on. Best be careful.
Butterflies.
I was sure that someone had been here before me. Someone had built these bridges and carved these symbols, but who? Where were they now? I found a strange gizmo, some sort of measuring tool that Fred must have built.
Cool.
It seemed to be done measuring though, so I took the results to give to Fred.
Crud, missed it. Okay. Thought I was gonna miss that. Overshoot it. Looks like it's pointing me that way, but I see stuff over here, so.
How did you know Fred had been there?
Well, I found a small campsite where Fred must have slept before going further into the caves. I knew it was him because the place was littered with empty packages of his favorite hiking foods. Canned soups, tube food, and instant noodles.
Tube food? That sounds gross.
Oh well, it's not that bad. One winter, Uncle Fred and I went hiking into the mountains, and we were surprised by a blizzard. We were stuck in a small cabin for 2 days, and all we ate was tube food, and cold canned goulash as well. Your grandmother was worried sick, but I thought it was all very exciting.
Interesting. I remember this one. So the first time I came through here, I missed this jump a lot. Or, well, I guess it was this next jump that's coming up that I missed a lot. This one here. Because... Okay.
The power core I found activated the suit's grappling device when I picked it up. It must have been left here by my uncle.
I just have to be careful not to kill myself with it. Almost missed that.
The grappling device left a sort of symbol everywhere I grappled. I noticed similar symbols already there in the cave, and I was getting more and more certain that this place was where Fred had gone.
Uncle Fred. Not quite enough. There we go. Okay, so it's obvious I'm supposed to go that way, but I think I saw, yeah, there's something back here. Oh! Okay, cool. Thought I was gonna miss that. Okay, it's just a light.
The adventure suit was fantastic. By combining a power leap with a grapple, I could fly long distances through the air at great speed. Looks like a path up here. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, wait, there's something down here. Oh! Ha! Okay. Now that I'm supposed to grapple a moving object, I'm gonna guess it's this big frickin' rock right here. Oh boy. Okay. Interesting. Ah, I missed it. And now, I think, maybe, yes. Okay. Whew. Down there. I don't know what's there, but
those. Okay, cool. How do I get back up? Ah. Okay. Okay, wasn't sure if I was going to make that, but... Is that where I'm supposed to... Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. But yeah, I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Okay. I'm gonna run down really quick, just in case there's another one of those things. Nope, nothing. Okay. I'm gonna guess I need to use that rock to get up there. Now there are some unlockable things that I'm assuming those collectibles are for, but I could be entirely mistaken. So, but we'll see. That's a hole. Second power core. Okay, cool. Worst jump ever. Hear it. Aha. I wonder how many of those I've gotten now. 5 of 5 from this area, apparently. Okay. So that could have ended really badly. I wasn't actually sure where I was going.
Did you ever see any of Fred's experiments yourself?
Yes, I
Yes, I
actually
think
helped
that's
him
it too.
collect samples for his research sometimes.
To learn about them?
That's right. We found all sorts of things. One time, we went to the forest and found a small pool of water that was full of eggs.
Eggs? Were there chickens in the forest?
No, not chicken eggs. These were small and jelly-like. Hundreds of them. Fred told me that they were frog eggs. He was in for a surprise though. Guess what happened?
What? What happened?
Well, he took some eggs back home, and one day, Fred woke up with bites all over his body. Turns out, it wasn't frog eggs after all. It was mosquito eggs.
Ah, poor Fred.
I know. He did find real frog eggs eventually. He told me that they were very, very special, but I don't know what happened to them.
Mosquito eggs. Gross. No thank you, by the way. Are those light streamers? Oh, that's right. Okay.
These blue lights. Did Fred put them here? Or was somebody else here as well?
On to the next area, apparently. Plot area. I can't use the glove.
Hello, who are you? You're not from here. Wow, you look just like Fred, but smaller, and with less hair on your face.
She knew Fred. I told her that he was my uncle, and that I was looking for him.
What's an uncle?
I said that that I had known him all my life.
Really? Me too. I'll help you find him. I'm Madeline. The others call me Mad Maddie sometimes. I don't know why, really, but you can call me Maddie. You've never been to the village, right?
Hi, Maddie.
Let's meet over there in the square. I'll show you around. I bet you can get there easily with your suit thing. So, I'll see you there.
I couldn't believe it. An underground village, inhabited by frog people, or more like salamanders. Either way, they walked like humans, they talked like humans. How is that possible?
Okay. That doesn't look like a fun place to go. But I wonder if I can get over there. I'm gonna try it. Oh, that's a lot further than I thought it was. Okay. I think I did a little better this time. I wonder if there's any more of those Oh, there's 5 more. Okay. Made it. Apparently wherever I was standing did not count as ground.
Over here! Hi, welcome to my village. This is the town square, and that over there is Fred's tent. I haven't seen him in a few days, though. Maybe our elder Samuel knows where he is. He knows a lot of stuff. Mostly boring stuff, if you ask me, but it's worth a try. Before asking him, though, you should check out the village. It's not so bad, unless you have to stay for too long. When you're done, go to the island with the windmill, and you'll see Samuel's coat from there. I'll go on ahead and tell him that you're coming. He's not much for surprises. Later!
Okay.
I thanked Madeline and agreed to meet her later. It was strange. How could I talk to someone who was not even human and still feel like it was perfectly normal?
I have to admit, I'm a sucker for games that let me explore. Not quite high enough. Okay. For some reason I keep thinking that yellow thing off in the distance is an eyeball staring at me. It's a little creepy. I hear beeping. Thought I was gonna... Really? Ah, there we go. Got it. village. Oh. Okay. Thought I was
It
gonna
looked
lose
like
that.
most of the shacks in the village were built out of trash. Trash from our world. It was, after all, a garbage disposal pad that took me here.
This is pretty cool. Oh, I think this is where I started from. Yeah. This is the square. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I wonder what's over here. Oh, goodness. Oh, I think this is Fred's shack.
For how long had Fred been gone?
I'm not sure. A couple of months, I think. Less than half a year for sure. I remembered hiking with him the summer before, but when I counted the days in his journals and from when I last saw him, it didn't make sense. Maddie said that she had known him all her life. Maybe she meant it figuratively.
Figure...
Like, she didn't really mean it. Like, when you say you'll die if you don't get a puppy for your birthday.
That's true, though.
I'm sorry. Of course it is.
That looks like a GPS transponder of some kind. Interesting. I wonder if... Okay. Interesting. Okay, the windmill. So I don't want to go there yet because I want to check out the rest of this village. But it's interesting. And I don't know. Anybody in the comments, if you can, I'm gonna look into it later. The voice actors, I can't quite place their accent. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But just one of those curiosities of mine, I guess. Interesting. Does that mean I missed 3?
Did Fred have any kids of his own?
Nope, not that I know of. He lived alone. He didn't really have any time for a family, I guess. He was always away or busy with his inventions. He could be gone for months at a time. I never knew how soon I would see him again.
Don't you think he felt lonely then?
I think he was too caught up in his projects to feel lonely. It seems like he found new friends in the village, though. Maddie seemed to be especially fond of him, taking after all that he did. Maybe Fred was like a father to her.
She didn't have a real father, right? If she was born from an egg.
That's right. That's another thing we had in common.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. This way. There we go. Okay. About there. Not 110% sure where I'm going. Ah, appears to be that little island there. Oh, made it. Okay. Pretty.
A stranger in our halls. Welcome. Our name is Samuel, and we will do our best to assist you.
We?
Please tell us what brings you here.
I told him that I was looking for my Uncle Fred.
We should help. Do you know where he is?
Fred left us without a word. If you aspire to find him, we can share with you a sacred crystal, a power core. Fred used their kind to power his suit. You can have it if you return our Fred to us.
The crystal? Sweet!
Madeline, that was inappropriate. Your help will not be necessary. The crystal is not for you to have.
What? I want to help finding Fred. Why couldn't I?
Please, Madeline, that is impossible. None of us may enter the chasms. It is too dangerous.
The
What's the danger? If Fred can do it, so can I.
I say this for your own protection, Madeline. You are forbidden from entering the chasms.
Just because you're afraid of what's outside the village doesn't mean I am. I'm nothing like you. I'll never be.
Ah, the stereotypical
apologize.
adventurous child.
It is true that we want to keep her safe, but she does not understand. Behind us is the power core. Take it and go into the chasms. Find Fred, and if you see Madeline, take care of her. Be safe.
Is that a fork in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Sorry, I know that was a terrible joke, but really, come on. Somebody had to make it. That's nice. Tadpoles. I wonder if this is their spawning pool. I think I'm gonna get out of it. That's a little nasty. And
I felt a little uneasy about moving on into the chasms. If it was too dangerous for Maddie, would it be safe enough for me?
So I am actually going to call it there. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.